Hey, what's up guys? My name is Dan Coconati, and today we're going to be taking a look at the song called My Way by Limp Bizkit on guitar. Now this song is in drop C sharp tuning, meaning your strings are going to be C sharp, F sharp, B, E, G sharp, and C sharp. So get yourself a tune, and then we're going to get started on this lesson. All right, first four chords of the song. So it's really simple actually. So you're just plucking these two in the beginning. So it's gonna be an open on your E with a first fret, okay, of the G string. So that's gonna sound just like that. And that's just playing these two, okay? Second chord, gonna be third fret, okay, of the A string with a fifth fret, okay, of the B string, and you're just gonna pluck those two. Okay, next chord is you're gonna drop back down to the E, okay, and then it's the third fret of the E plucked with your fourth fret, okay, of the G, and then repeats. And I said four chords earlier, I meant three chords, and it's just looping. So first chord, second, third, and then right back to the first, okay? And that's gonna loop. And that's your intro, your verses, and that's kind of the idea that we have laid out for the song here. Okay, taking a look at the pre-chorus now. So it's gonna be open on your E string, okay, but we're dropped down, so that's, a C sharp right now, but open, okay, and then first fret of the G, so, and then right back to that open on the E. So open, first on the G, back to open on the E. Okay, and you're sliding then the next part from a 2 on your E to the 5th. So 2 up to 5 on the E, on the high E. And then 5, 4, open. And that's all on the E string. Okay, next little part's gonna be, so what is that there? That's gonna be 3, 3, okay, of the A string, and then up to a 5 of the B string, back to the 3, but you're gonna pull off to open, okay, on the A. And then 3, 3 on your E, and then a 4th fret though on the G, okay, and that's just 3 pull off on your E string here. Okay, so all together the pre-chorus. Okay. Okay, so the chorus chords, pretty straightforward actually. It's just, there is a lot kind of going on with your pinky on this. You gotta get a nice stretch going. So it's gonna be really, it's kind of like an E minor. So it's gonna be open of the E, second fret of the A, second fret of the D, but then you're getting in 4th fret of the high E for the whole chord. Okay, next chord is gonna be just power chord. It's in a sense, I mean, it's kind of a G, but again, we're tuned down. But so it's gonna be 3rd fret, okay, E string, 5th fret of the A, and then you're getting the 4th fret of the G involved, and then with the pinky, it's gonna be grabbing the 5th fret of the high E. So all together for that chord. Okay, and then you're keeping this exact shape, sliding the pinky up now to the 7th fret. So you went 5, slide it to the 7th. It's definitely a stretch though. And then right back to the 1st chord. Okay, 2nd chord again. And then we finish. Okay, and that's just another kind of form of a G. Okay, and in case you can't tell what that is, so that's just 3rd fret, okay, 5th fret of the A, 5th fret of your D string, and then you're adding in the 4th fret there of the G string. But you're playing the whole thing open, including your B and D. Hopefully that's making sense there for the chorus. Okay, so the little breakdown, if you will, tacked on at the end of I think it's the 2nd chorus. I could be wrong around that, but literally just kind of in between 2 chords there. So now you're really just playing the power chord here on your E. So just open 2nd fret of the A, 2nd fret of the D, and then palming that open E in between. Okay, and then you're gonna go up to a G power chord, so 3rd fret, 5th fret of the A, and then 5th fret of the D. And just kind of going right back to the palming of the E string. Go right into that solo. All right, so the interlude, or the solo if you want to call it, really melodic, sounds really cool. It's a spider chord kind of setup that we have going here. So it's gonna be 2nd fret, okay? Starting there right on your A string, okay? And then 4th fret of the D, kind of keeping a power chord shape, and then 6th fret with the pinky, okay? On the G string. So 2, 4, 6. Okay? Then you take that shape basically, and this shape stays all the way up the fretboard. So, okay, next 3 on the E, 5, okay, on your A, and then 7 on your D. Okay, slide up now. Now you're on the 5th fret of your A string. So 5th, 7th of the D, and then a 9, okay, of the G. And then take that and just bring it down again. Now you're on the E string. So 5 on the E, 7 on the A, and then 9 of the D. All together. Okay, taking it up again. So now we're on 7th 7th of the A, 7, 9 of the D, and then 11, okay, of the G. And then instead of going just right down, it's gonna be 8 now of the E, 10 of the A, 12, okay, of the D. Okay, and then we do it again, up here. So that's 10 of the A, 12 of the D, 14 of the G, and then the last one, 10 of the E, 12 of the A, and then a 14 on the D. So the whole interlude or solo is gonna sound like this. And then repeats again. And then we're gonna get right back into our chords. Okay? Thank you guys so much for checking out this guitar tutorial on Limp Bizkit's My Way. If this helped you out and you were able to learn the song, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe, and be ready for more future guitar videos.